Hi guys. Welcome back to another show. Today we are actually going to be talking about something very interesting and maybe quite educational because most of us who are football lovers might not really know the difference. So we're actually going to be talking about Ruben Amorim today. Ruben Amorim has hit out at the Glazers and the Henius. He has hit out at them. He has said he is not a coach, he is a manager. So, I have not really seen much, what do I call it now, back and forth online. I've not really seen, a lot of people, talk about what he has said because he actually made mention of Gary Neville in particular in that video. So today we are going to be looking at what, Ruben Amorim said and also, what is his position? Is it right? Does he really need more support from Manchester United hierarchy? We are going to be evaluating all of these things today. So to start with, first of all, as I said, it is very important I play the video so that you know what is going on. But before we do that, before we go into anything serious, if you're here to subscribe to my channel, please do subscribe right now. Subscribe right now. And as you watch the video further, remember to drop your comment. This is a very important topic we have to talk about. So let me first play the video of what Ruben Amorim said. Then from here, we take it up.
I'm here to be the manager of Manchester United, not to be the coach of Manchester United. And that is clear. I know that my name is not Tuchel, is not Conte, is not Mourinho, but I'm the manager of Manchester United. And it's going to be like this for 18 months or when the board decided to change. So that was my point. I want to finish with that.
So first things first, before I continue the video, I might even start the video from the beginning. I was a little bit confused myself yesterday, the difference between a manager as well as what it means to be a coach. So I asked a few questions online and I did a few research basically, and then I figured out the result. So what I found out, basically was that according to this AI response, it says that because I asked particularly for what it is in the Premier League, it says that in the Premier League, the primary difference is the scope of authority. A manager has broader responsibilities encompassing both on-field coaching and off-field administration, while a head coach primarily focuses on training, tactics, and match day performances. So this made me remember something. This made me remember, when Mikel Arteta was actually promoted from being, a coach to now a manager. Immediately I read this, immediately I got the clarification. I remembered immediately what it meant and how, this can actually be a great shift. But before I talk about this further, or let me just talk about it now. If you look at the way Arsenal is structured right now, right? Mikel basically has say in anything that has to do with transfer. And there are coaches for other aspects of the football club. For example, Arsenal has a free kick coach. They have different types of coach in the club. So the coaches are responsible for actually growing the player's ability. And on the other hand, the manager is only responsible for, overseeing everything in general and making sure that the outcome looks good. They support him by giving him the right player. They support him by giving him, all of the resources that he needs. Right? So let me continue to play the Ruben Amorim video. Then I will come back to discuss further on what or how I think he may be right.
I'm not going to quit. I will do my job until other guy is coming here to replace me.
Do you feel that, maybe certain assurances around things about the ability to manage this team that you thought you had? Do you not feel that?
I just want to say that I'm going to be the manager of this team, not just the coach, and I was really clear on that. And that is going to finish in 18 months, and then everyone is going to to move on. That was the
So I think what he's saying here is important that we have a fair judgment and we have a fair understanding of what Ruben Amorim is actually saying. I think Ruben Amorim, as at the time he picked up the job as a Manchester United manager, I said manager, yes. I think he was actually supposed to be a manager, but somehow he has been relegated to being a coach. It is more or less like he has not been given enough material to actually be able to do the things he wants to do as a football manager. I am not entirely sure if he's totally backed on the transfers or the hierarchies are the ones that are actually, calling the shot on transfers. So this would actually lead me, but let me finish playing this video because I have another video I want to play of a friend of mine who is a Manchester City, a Manchester United fan. Amazing video he made. I am going to be playing that as well, and I am going to be analyzing that.
deal. That is my job, not to be a coach. If people cannot handle the Gary Nevilles and the criticism of everything, we need to change the club. No, guys, I just want to say that I came here.
So this is a very crucial point that he has made. People like Gary Neville are quick to criticize, they are quick to judge, they are quick to, and they have a quite, large audience. People listen to Gary Neville a lot. They have a lot of shows that they host. He's a commentator, he's a pundit. He does all of these things. And oftentimes the criticism that comes to the club that they support, sometimes will make them feel like they are not good ambassadors of their club. And to be honest, if you listen to what Ruben Amorim is saying, Ruben Amorim is simply saying that, if you cannot take the criticism of people like Gary Neville, then maybe the club shouldn't exist. So for him, he's ready to stay in the job, but at the same time, he's wishing and hoping for a proper understanding. So let me go ahead to play, the other video I want to play, and that is, the video of my friend who made a beautiful, statement about what is going on in Manchester United.
You see, one of the major problems that we are facing at United is the board. Yes, we might have changed the board from the Glazers to the Ineos, whoever or whatever name that they call themselves. They are actually one of the major problems, if not the major problem that we are actually facing at United right now. Now, what's the problem here? They went to get a Ruben Amorim, who was doing so well at Sporting Lisbon. He had the players, he had everything, he had the structure. But coming to Manchester United, he needed a better structure. He needed a team where he can actually pick from very good players and use them, because he already has a style and he wasn't ready to change it at all. So when the Ineos went to get him from Sporting Lisbon, they knew all this because he had told them. In fact, he told them to wait to the end of the season, which they refused.
You see, that is my point. So I think Ruben Amorim, we might be looking at Ruben Amorim as somebody who speaks a lot or who is outspoken, because I like the fact that regardless of the result, he still always has something to say. That is for me taking responsibilities. Personally, I think that is for me taking responsibilities, even for the fact that they have a very shameless draw yesterday, because I think it's shameless from Leeds is not entirely a good team. Is not entirely a good team. I think Manchester United had every reason to win that match yesterday, and he still came out to say these things that he said, simply because of the fact that maybe it's beginning to get to him. Maybe the hierarchy are not ready to actually do the things that he wants them to do. And if you listen to what he is saying right now, that is my friend, he's basically saying that they knew all of these things before they employed Ruben Amorim. They knew the things they wanted, they knew his style, but the backing is not as adequate as it should have been.
They said they wanted him now. That was, last season. They got him and now they've refused to actually buy as many players for him. Don't get me wrong, Ruben Amorim also have his own faults, because he also should have demanded. You cannot bring an Antonio Conte or Luis Enrique or whatever, top coaches, no matter the formation that they are using, and not actually buy players for them. Talking about Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, even Maresca. With the players that Chelsea have, Maresca was still demanding for more players. You understand what I mean? So with Amorim, since last season, he didn't, because a journalist was asking him that, is it now that you are realizing that you need more players and the formation that you're actually playing cannot work with this set of players? He said he doesn't want to answer it. So the problem is the board who actually went to get him without giving him proper structure, buying players for him, and he himself that didn't know on time that he needed more players.
So guys, what do you make of this? What do you actually think of, what is happening at Manchester United? Do you think Ruben Amorim is the problem? Do you think the Glazers or the Ineos are the problem? Because they have, right now, the Glazers and the Ineos, they have a joint ownership of Manchester United. Right now, I think the Ineos control the football aspect and the Glazers control maybe the other aspect of the club. So if you're talking about the Ineos, that is headed by what's his name, that man, Radcliffe or something. If you're talking about the Ineos, are they the problem of Manchester United? Do you think ownership change, just like the way Chelsea fans want ownership change at the Stamford Bridge, do you think this would actually solve the problem? I need your comments. I want you to drop your comments. I read comments, and your comments, I am definitely going to feature it in my next video. Remember to drop your comment. Remember to like. Remember to share my video. And also, more importantly, subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one.